Hey, welcome. It is GleeCon, and I am here again one more time with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Hello, hello. Happy to be here. On our last episode, we read through the second chapter of the Dark Factions or something like that. It's the last book in the Dungeons & Dragons source material that we're going to go through, and then we're going to have kind of a weird two-book stretch before we get into the next big side project. All of these are the sort of asynchronous, they're semi-canonical, but they're not exactly lore heavy. They're like side projects that don't really fit into like the books we've been reading because we're on a hiatus from books while we play the actual game. And on that note, on the last time we played the game, we took Callie back into the Stone Callan Mountains and got her ready to do a little bit more quests. So now we're going to start my experiment that I mentioned last time, so stay a while and listen as we jump right in with Erator. So Erator is one of 3 people that are in the Redridge Mountains. What we would have done last time, normally I would have done this Erator session off camera, and I would cycle through, and I would not even show this right now, and then play with whoever's next. Nessingwary, and I would put an hour and a half long episode. So instead, we're going to do a pinch. We'll probably do 20-30 minutes, and then off camera I'll do the next set so that we have the same frequency, but we have like I'm still playing the same amount, but we have more quests for you guys, or not more videos for the viewers. So specifically Erator he was on this journey to complete all of these this big, long, I don't know why quest is not showing for me, but we have this paladin quest. So I'm going to try to also hit those as a first priority whenever I do my videos now, so that we don't miss any of that content, because way back when we did do a mage quest where we did part of the chain off camera, I don't want anything like that to happen anymore, because this is all about seeing every single mission possible on camera. So I did do the legwork for this one off camera because it was so long. It would have been a tedious series of episodes to do it on camera, and I wouldn't have been able to control it. I'm just double checking. This Stone Gears search, I can't remember, but it's not Redridge Mountains. Oh well. What's this? Essential Artificials. I don't think any of these are... I think a lot of those are... They're beyond where we're at. I saw, but I think most of them are like Nomergon prereqs, and we're not quite there. We're only level 24. And I have my notes. I think Nomergon we will tackle in the mid to late 30s. So we've still got quite some time. The only dungeons coming up anytime soon for my Alliance members, and I don't think I'm going to do them with everyone, we have Shadowfang Keep is... I actually already did that with my board. Stockades is next. Pretty much everybody will do that. And then we have Black Fathom Deeps, which I'm only going to do that with 1 or 2 people. Alright, so what he did was, old Erator, just to recap in case you don't remember this quest, the Test of Righteousness. You have to get the Whitestone Oak Lumber, so I had to run Dead Mines again. Absolutely no point to do that on camera, just for you to see the actual item drop. It's a 100% drop rate from the goblins in the second mini-boss where you fight the goblin in the Shredder. We already fought that on camera. Any of his minions can drop it. Just looks like simple wood. As a matter of fact, my bags are still containing the items, so... This is the Whitestone Oak Lumber, so you just have to pick up Dead Mines again. It's not really feasible to run it solo unless you're way too high level to even want this quest. There's Baelor's Refined Ore Shipment, incredibly easy also. So you go to Karanos, I believe, the place in the main little town in Loch Modan. There's a guy there that says, yeah, my ore shipment has been intercepted by the ogres. You go up to the elite ogres, which we also did on camera. And right away, not even in the cave where the boss is, just at the first little campsite, there's a small box. It looks like this. This is Jordan's Refined Ore Shipment. You turn it in. We did read the quest text on camera as well a couple weeks ago. The third step is he wants well, actually, that smithing hammer, but the core gem. The core gem, okay, so I had to take a long journey, and we've already done that journey on camera with Callie. So if you're curious as to what the journey looks like to get from Eastern Kingdoms, I have 2 different episodes doing that. We did it with a priest. So again, why belabor the point and watch me do what I did, which was take the tram to Ironforge, walk through Dunmorog, walk through Loch Modan, getting flight paths along the way, go up into the wetlands, walk all the way along the wetlands into Menethil Harbor, get the flight path, and then take the boat over to Aberdeen. Then in Aberdeen, we read the quest text already. There's a guy that says, okay, these gems can be found tainted version in Blackfathom Deeps. So I went down to Blackfathom Deeps. We will do that dungeon on camera, and when we do that, I will point out where this happened. But essentially, before you even enter the instance, right when you get into the caves, there you can start to fight the elites. There's a couple satyrs, and then there are a couple naga. Within those first 4 enemies that I had to kill, I had the corrupted core gem. You then have to hoof it all the way back to Aberdeen, where you turn it in, and then he will purify it because he trusts this guy, and we read that text online. And finally, the big daddy thing is Jordan's smithing hammer. That one was going to require me to, 1, travel all the way to Shadowfang Keep, and then 2, take the, fight my way in past the first mini-boss, and hopefully I could have soloed that, and then into the courtyard, so not crazy far, or suicide run, bubble run, to free the prisoner by the first mini-boss, don't even worry about fighting him, then go slowly pull. So I probably, especially if I did a suicide run or bubble run, I probably could have done that, especially since I waited, got the rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer, and then I logged off. But really, I just bided my time, and I waited until I found the second paladin. Then together, we did the journey. We were easily able, I was 24, he was 22, and we were able to 2-man it quite easily. So you go in, and right in the stables by the neutral horses that you can kill and have a chance at dropping a saddlebag. Obviously, with my 3 bags, I did not get that. I'm probably going to have to invest some money in his bags very soon. You can find Jordan's smithing hammer, and now here we are, able to return this legendary quest in, and then I'll do a little bit more missions with old territory here. But let's see what he says.
King's honor, friend.
The items you're seeking will be difficult to acquire, but I can assure you the weapon I will craft for you will be worth the effort. It will be my finest work to date, only a small payment for the service you've done me. This is wonderful. You've gotten all the items. I should have no problem forging you a grand weapon with these. I've actually had the plans for doing this for some time. I just had the opportunity to gather the goods. Thank you, Arator. Feels good to have my father's hammer again, and a cool gem. I never thought I'd see one of these myself. Why don't we go over to the forge and get started on this? I've been preparing for your arrival for some time, so it shouldn't take long at all. When we're done, you'll be far more prepared to defend the light than you have been. This much, I swear. I'll be somewhat honest, Eritol. Seeing the results of your exploits makes me somewhat envious. But knowing that I can contribute to your adventures in my own significant way does bring me some joy. We're going to get Varrigan's Fist. So it's going to jump up our DPS by almost 6 points. We're going to trade Strength and Agility for Strength, Intellect, Stamina, Intellect, and Spirit. So we are going to drop Strength. Our overall DPS won't be as big, but we're going to more than make up for it by all of the extra casting we're going to be able to do. Paladin only.
Be careful.
Alright, let's do it. I like how an entire row of my inventory just cleared out. Whoosh! And let's fill it up with fish. Potions. Tell life and higher level stuff. Let's get to work. Alright, buddy boy. Work we shall get to. Look at him forging my hammer. I thank the light for this blessing. May it be used for justice and to defend all good creatures to infinity and beyond. Here you are, Eritol. Bum-ba-da-ba.
Well met.
By far, this has been the coolest, oops. Just noticed I was blocking the camera. This has been the coolest quest that we have done so far. Here it is, Eritol. A weapon worthy of a champion of the light such as yourself. I've named it after a great dwarven paladin, who was a paladin. I can't even say the word. Who's a friend of mine. His name is Varigan. Bosh Varigan. I'll have to look that up. Please take it on behalf of myself and my wife. We owe you a great debt. The world will be a safer place with one of your skill traveling land.
Or the Alliance.
Ba-ba-da-ba, let's see what it looks like on the old back. Nice. Epic looking hammer. Look at it gleam. I'm a member of the Banished, but I've got an OP hammer. Thank you, Jordan. Sir, I salute you. Huh. Okay, so now with the rest of this episode, we will at least try to bust out one or so quests, and we're going to head back to Lakeshore because we still have all of these to do. So why don't we take a peek at... Shadow Magic is a 23 elite. I mean, we do have an OP, we have an elite weapon. And I have the Dragon Slayer buff on. Might be the time to do it. So let's see, where is that at? It's right there. So getting the Midnight Orb, you get it from Blackrock Shadowcasters, which are elites. It's going to be tough. Or we could go for Fangor. Yeah, those are all elites. That's a shame. Maybe that's not what we're going to do. Or, what do we have up here? Yowler. We also have some Blackrock champions, Keenan's. There's a Shadowcaster. There's one spot up there. Interesting. Yeah, see, the quests right now are kind of clearing out a smidge. Oh, I never picked up... Dang it. I never did this series. So I have to do that. I also have to pick up this Watchful Eye quest. So, off camera, I'll be doing some of that work. Alright, so what's a good one for us to do? We'll bust out just one with old Erator. Maybe let's go... I'm a little bit... Yeah, because even if he could do it, my other characters I don't think could do it. And I think these probably go good together. So maybe we'll do that on a separate one. Let's try to get Yowler's Paw. That'll just be a quick hop, skip, and a jump. Then off camera, he will pick up the other things, and then maybe our third character can do the quests over there where the Tower of Azor, the second or third one, I'm not sure. But getting Yowler is going to be what we attempt to do here. So let's go ahead and buff up with the Blessing of Might. We have our protection on. I do think... Look, there's a Blackrock Outrunner. I don't think we need to worry about them. We need to cut up through here. Someone's been murdering, just conveniently clearing the way for us. Thank you so much. It is much appreciated. I think Erator, at least because of this weapon and his level, I think things are going to feel a little smooth. I mean, now this is already level 25, 26, so he's getting close to wanting to move on into Duskwood. I think he could probably hang tough. 3 guys, they're all pretty low. I think he could actually handle that. There's old Yowler. So, that will be the other chunk for us. Can we beat Yowler without this turning into a fiasco? We're going to find out real soon. Okay, so here's some alphas. There's old Yowler. He's got some alphas hanging out with him. Alright. Give it a try. I'm going to go right for him.
I'm out of range.
Okay. Now, I know this Mystic is coming to play. DPS. Okay, he's running. Uh-oh. Okay, so we are going to bubble to get out of here. I don't know how well it's going to go. I will bust my lay on hands if I have to. Okay, looking okay. Now I want to be able to get the head.
I need to get closer.
Okay, so now we'll bust the second guy out. I feel happy that this person came in. Okay. Now I'll take care of business here. So, as is often the case in World of Warcraft, people help each other out. So we're gonna come do just that. Look at that. I don't know who's did more DPS, me or him. Hunters can definitely spike that DPS pretty nicely. Alright, so me and Jet, yeah. She gets a little high five. And we got Yowler's Paw. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Part of it was because we had that little serendipitous help. And that's, we're not going to do that much more on this episode. Really, pretty much just turn this in because he's going to have a lot to do off camera. There's the... We've got to do... we've got to do... I mean, plus he's got that buff, so this was a good time for this, but he's got to do those other missions. He's got to... he has to do the entire chain that we did with the priest. So we will keep these actually pretty short, since they're all going to have to do that one too. They're going to have to make up Callie's episode as well. So when we come back in, what my other characters will have done, they'll have done the Northridge, North Shore Abbey quest, and they will have done this Yowler quest. So that's it for the next one. I wanted to get down there, but that was a suicide jump. It's a shame that you can't bubble and drop. I don't think that bubbling protects you from fall damage, though. In the experiments we've done on this show, with the priest anyway, I know for sure on the last episode, I bubbled and fell, and it did not do anything. Now that looks not suicidal. So let's see what happens when we tell them, guess what, Yowler's dead. I don't even remember why you guys wanted him dead, but I mean, sure, he's a naughty little gnoll.
What can I do for you?
Yowler's a dangerous creature, Erator. You're not ready for him. I understand.
A ring? Well, yes, or male boots. Well, I only have one ring, so I'm going to have to go with the ring. Because it's stamina and spirit.
Stormwind Army, again, thank you for your help. The Stormwind Army is so busy dealing with the orcs, they don't have the troops to protect Redridge from local threats like gnolls.
Even though those boots are cool, I just feel like I'll have a greater chance of upgrading that
For the
than getting a second ring. Especially that one's decent. Cool. Okay, so that is it for this character for now. Like I said, this session will be longer because my other characters will do a couple other things, and really they'll benefit from the fact that they don't have to do what he just did, which is turn in the paladin quest and then come back. But it's cool. It's all for the good. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see everybody next time on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.